All right. The second piece the sixth grade band is going to perform is a piece called Sandstorm. And this one is exactly how it sounds. It's really intense. They're playing faster. They're playing loud. And on this one, we worked on playing with accented articulations. And in this one, there are a number of split sections. So that means, not all trumpets are playing the same part. There's a trumpet 1 and 2 part, or clarinets 1 and 2, and things like that. So they're being a little bit more independent with the music that they are playing. We hope you enjoy Sandstorm. The next time you hear this group will be at the May concert, and I'm excited for you to hear some of the music we have picked out for that. Here's the last tune for sixth grade. All right. Well, 7th and 8th grade make their way up quietly. I can highlight a few things from your program. Really, I do thank all of the people that are listed. Tonight we have Mr. Lowe and Jacob running the live stream, so feel free to share that link with your families. Miss Black helping out a ton with lights and sound. And then all of the other thank yous. Of course, a huge thank you to all of the parents who get these students to band early in the morning, every day of the week. So we really appreciate all of the support you give in getting them there on time and there every day. Couple other things to talk about as we go throughout the year. Next week, this 7th and 8th grade band is going to be performing at the Large Ensemble Festival that's hosted at East Grand Forks Senior High. And we're actually going to play the 3 tunes we're playing today. So it's a really wonderful chance for us to perform tonight, try it, and then listen back and reflect on some things and try to make it better ahead of next Thursday. At that festival, all area schools will be there, and we'll also have an adjudicator there to give us some feedback. We also have the Solo and Ensemble Festival coming up on March 6th. And this is an opportunity not required for any band student to play a solo or to play a trio or a quartet. And again, get some feedback from an adjudicator and listen to awesome performances from other schools. Also on that day, where was I going with that? Oh, we have like 76th and 7th and 8th graders doing that. So a lot of people chose to do that, which is super awesome. You'll hear from me if your student is doing that. Parents, you'll also hear from me about February 22nd, but I just wanted to highlight a couple of those things. All right, so you might notice, you might be panicking, thinking, none of them are sitting in their right spots. They're not in their sections, oh no. Awaken is actually going to be performed in a mixed formation, so the idea is that students aren't by people playing the same part. And I think it sounds really cool because you're hearing kind of this sound from the group, and it's not in section by section. It'll be kind of a more unified sound, I guess. And it also was a challenge for them to try to be really independent with their parts. I wanted to read the program notes from this piece because I think it's really nice. So this is by Kate Nishimura, who's a wonderful female composer who's alive and writing lots of music nowadays. She writes, "Awaken was the first large-scale piece I completed after an almost 5-year hiatus. I felt as though it was my own personal moment of awakening after being in a somewhat stagnant state for a long time. I was inspired by the feeling of waking up to a sunny morning, the warmth pouring in the windows, and the feeling of being open to whatever happens in the day. This music represents optimism and the energy needed to take on whatever the day brings. I feel that Awaken has 2 sources of inspiration, the literal experience of waking up to a new day, and also the reveal of a new sense of self." So as you listen, you can maybe connect to something there that she writes, or just appreciate the music. We're going to play one tuning note, and then we're going to start. All right, well, we have another transition. I'll introduce the next piece entitled Fantasia on the Dargason by, if you're a band person, you know the name Gustav Holst. He is a very prolific band composer, and this piece is built on Holst's second suite in F. Anybody who plays in an advanced ensemble in late high school or college would probably play this piece. His second suite is built on a series of folk songs, and the piece we're about to play is just a smidgen of that piece, built on the folk song Dargason and Greensleeves. So you probably will recognize that Greensleeves melody in there. This piece is probably the most challenging piece we've played all year for a couple different reasons. It's in 6/8, and it's in a very fast 6/8, so we're not feeling it in 6, rather we're feeling it in 2. And then there's a section in the middle where we're actually playing in 2 different meters. We have a group that's playing in 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and we have a group that's playing in 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we have these completely different feels going on, and it's been a really big challenge. I'm excited to play it tonight and kind of practice for next week and see how it goes. So we hope you enjoy this and recognize a few of the folk melodies and appreciate the challenge that it is.
All right, our final piece of the night is entitled Joy by Frank DeKelly. Frank DeKelly, he's a very, very prolific composer in the band world. He's written everything for just beginning bands all the way up to the professionals, and he's written a lot of really great music for band. This piece was inspired by the birth of his daughter Hannah, who the piece is actually dedicated to. This piece has been a challenge when it comes to tempo changes. There's a lot of ritardandos and accelerandos that has challenged the group greatly, and they're going to be able to see that tonight. And I do want to ask, for those of you who are wonderful audience members, if you would please stack your chairs tonight in groups of 8, that will help us. And if you are a student, to please help out and grab either a stand or a chair or a percussion item and bring it on back to the band room. That would be wonderful. This is Joy by Frank DeKelly.